Hi everybody, I'm Sailor Solitaire and this is your March 2017 general reading. Okay Libras, let's get started. I hope all is well with you guys. I feel like this transition from February to March has been hard on everybody, and for every sign. And for you Libras, I feel like you're trying not to let it get to you, all this negativity. You're kind of more focused on your finances, especially at the beginning of March. You're focused on, really being independent, and there might be some issues with joint resources or finances, sort of like an issue of what's yours versus what's your partner's, or what's your family's, what's some maybe like a business partner, or there's going to be some sort of just issue. It doesn't have to be major, but there's going to be some sort of like uncertainty about whether this money or these resources are yours, or if they're somebody else's. How do you split it, what's going on. Libras. First card, which is the heart of the matter for this month, is the Empress. Okay, so that's a major arcana card right off the bat. The Empress is a very nurturing energy, often associated with a Taurus, but I feel like this could be a Libra, even though this is more of an earthy energy. I feel like since Tauruses and Libras are both ruled by Venus, you kind of have similar characteristics or energies. Not exactly, but pretty similar. And the Empress is a card of fertility, but is also a card of Mother Nature, of all things nurturing, and kind of everything related to planting seeds and sort of laying down foundations. It's a very feminine energy. It's a beautiful card, and it has to do with that soft, gentle nature that really gives life to everything. I think it's nice in the midst of maybe hectic times around you. It's nice to channel that Empress energy. It's somebody who's very in tune with nature, very spiritual, but also earthy and sensual, and just somebody who's just the ultimate mother figure. So maybe some people say that this card indicates some major challenge, or something, some sort of drama with a mother figure, maybe your actual mother, or somebody you look up to as a mother. But definitely it has that possibility of being connected to your mother. This could be representing you and your mother-like qualities, and that's the focus of March. And in your recent past, you have the Two of Cups. So that is a great card. Normally this indicates love, a harmonious love relationship. But for those of you who are single, this could definitely mean loving two different sides of yourself and sort of reconciling different parts of yourself. Maybe, you know, contradictory parts of yourself that were really holding you back because, you know, you felt a bit hypocritical. You felt like, you know, you needed to become just this one characteristic, and you didn't understand that there were, you know, that it was okay to have more than one side of you. And, you know, maybe you've recently found out that it's okay to do that, and you've been more okay with your own personality and your own self, and you've been more accepting of yourself, that sort of self-love. This would also mean balancing two different loves. Could be romantic partners, but it could also be family members where you've found the balance of reconciling loving both of those people, like a mother and a father, maybe with this Empress card, or maybe siblings, or children, or aunts and uncles. Maybe it has to do with two different sides of your family. Maybe there was some arguments or something, and you're sort of trying, and you felt like you were in between, but now you feel like, you know, in the recent past you've been able to strike that balance and that harmony, and so you've been okay. It's really such a beautiful card. Okay, and something for you to think about. Ooh, is the Emperor. Wow. So it's pretty powerful having two major arcanas, and then it's pretty powerful having the Empress and Emperor, the counterparts, together in the same reading. You know, out of 3 cards, you know, 2 of them are the Emperor and Empress, and then you also have this 2 of Cups. So, I mean, I definitely feel like there's true love in the air. There's definitely a very heavy focus on love, and when these 2 cards show up together, I feel like there's definitely this is a strong indicator of, you know, marriage, or just a strengthening of a lifelong bond. I mean, these 2 cards are really good together. In terms of the zodiac, the Emperor is represented by an Aries, but it could just be an authoritative figure, a father figure in your life. So, I mean, I definitely sense a strong emphasis on family, or love, one or the other. And so the Emperor is the counterpart to the Empress. The Empress is more of like a yin energy, and the Emperor is yang, so the yin and yang, then they balance each other out. So I feel like there's definitely, even with this 2 of Cups, there's definitely a lot of balance in your life. And since the Emperor is in this position of something you need to meditate upon, I feel like maybe you know, you're doing your thing, you're this Empress, this goddess of love and beauty, as you Libras are, and, you know, you're doing your own thing, but you also have to be mindful of, you know, what your partner or some father figure in your life is doing too. You don't want to get too carried away in your own world. The Emperor and Empress are partners, and they're equal partners together, and they really balance each other out, and they need each other to be happy and to be successful, and to really feel at peace. You know, they really balance each other out. They're the yin and the yang. And then as your outcome card, okay, you have the 8 of Swords. This is kind of unexpected. So what I'm getting is that, you know, since the 2 of Cups is in the recent past, I feel like you've just recently accepted certain parts of yourself, or you struck a balance. But as with life, lessons don't stop being learned, and life doesn't stop teaching you. So I feel like, since there is such a contrast between the Empress and Emperor, you might not always see, the value or the good in what your partner or what other people are doing. And I feel like you might be a bit stubborn this month, a bit reluctant to see things from other people's perspective. And I feel like you might find that what other people are doing is a bit harsh, and you're not into that, or you don't want that for your family or for yourself, or you don't want to encourage that kind of behavior. And so I feel like you're kind of feeling a bit afraid to really speak what's on your mind, and you're sort of just going to play your thoughts down or play your opinions down, and you're not really going to express them as openly as you want to. And I feel like a lot of this might be just your own perception, and you really playing it up in your mind. So I feel like you feel like you're going to be persecuted for your action, for your thoughts, and for how you really feel about a certain position. But I don't think that that you need to worry about that. I feel like you have this bond with this person, or you're in a good place right now to be yourself. And you don't really need to worry about whether or not you can back up what you're saying, whether or not you can be yourself and have it be okay. I feel like you're doing nothing wrong, and I feel like you've already learned how to figure out what your emotions are telling you. You already understand yourself a bit more, and so you don't need to worry about showing your true nature to people, because you know in your heart that you're this lovely person who who should go out there in the world and show everybody what they think, and how they would handle the situation, or how they think about something, because that you have really valuable opinions and things to share with the world. So I don't think that you need to hide away. You don't need to fear that that your message isn't going to be well received with people. I feel like that it will be. For some reason you're hesitating, or maybe you're trying to find the right moment. Maybe you're trying to be diplomatic about something. I know that there's going to be a lot of commotion, a lot of tensions this month. So you might just trying to be, you don't want to cause any more trouble. You don't want to make waves. So that could be the reason why you're holding yourself back. But again, I feel like you're at this place right now where you're in such high regard or high esteem with people, that you don't really need to worry about that. You've already kind of fought certain battles, and reconciled different parts of yourself, and you should only move forward from now on. I think with this Emperor card here in this position, you need to be reminded of your strength, and maybe with the Sun going into Aries, the Sun, this card does represent Aries, and you have the Sun here. So with the Sun going into Aries around the 20th, I feel like you will be reminded of your power. But, you know, and it'll help you with your fear of, you know, not being liked because of your opinion, or, you know, just in general, you're feeling like, you know, socially or even in your relationships, your personal relationships, you know, your opinions will work against you. But I'm telling you that, you know, you don't need to worry about that. Just stand tall and be confident in you and what you have to say. So your crowning card is the 5 of Cups. So again, this has to do with this card. So, I mean, this card is depicting a horse who has his head down, but if he were to just look up, he would find the cups, and he would find that he is he's blessed with many gifts. So again, these two cards, 5 of Cups and this 8 of Swords, is telling a story of more of a self-inflicted kind of pain, sort of a lack of self-confidence, which I'm not really sure why, because you are this Empress energy, this lovely, giving, nurturing, beautiful person who, you know, is helpful to those around her, who is well loved and well liked, and who just is very kind and compassionate. Maybe it does have to do with this Emperor card. I mean, Aries energy could give you strength, or it might make you fearful of, you know, of all that aggression. So, I mean, my message to you would be to stop being afraid. And I mean, I know that as Libras, you always want to be very diplomatic, and you want to be tactful. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. You want to keep that balance between everyone around you, and you know, you're great at that, and that's why people love you, and you know, you're so popular, and you have a lot of friends and all that. But I don't think that you're being fair to yourself when you're kind of, you know, when you're not being true to yourself for the sake of other people. So I feel like that's something that you need to do, that you need to work on. You need to maybe go from, you know, being just such a passive energy to a more assertive one, a more, not dominant, but a more purposeful, more direct, and more blunt. I know Libras are pretty blunt anyways, but I feel like even in just your actions, not just in your words, you need to exercise a bit more drive and more determination for yourself, to, you know, to benefit yourself, and to make sure that what you're doing is true to what you feel. You know, don't think one way and then in your real life that's not how you're living your life, because you don't want to hurt other people, or you want to play it safe. I think that now is the time to really align your values and your goals with what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. And if that means, you know, being a bit more assertive, then that'll definitely make you happier, and it will help you find the resources that you need to make you happy, and it'll help you builds up that confidence that you need to really trust in your own abilities and have faith in yourself. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, then please subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you guys in April.